They say that talking to yourself is a sign of insanity. But I think that's only if you answer back, right? Right. This is Talking to Myself, the art advice podcast where I use anecdotes from my life to try to make myself a better artist, and possibly a better person. While others might find this useful, mostly I'm just trying to avoid paying for therapy. Today on the podcast, sort of a light subject. The last couple have been a little heavy. For me anyway. I'm not a very serious person. But today's subject is something that is important, that I need to remind myself to do, which is one of the reasons for this podcast, is for me to have a record of things I'm trying to get better at doing. And in this case, I don't even need a personal anecdote because it's pretty obvious the benefits of this kind of thing, but I'll put it in general terms for those of you who might need to relate it back to real life. I'm talking about warmups. I'm talking about getting started doing something. The analogy I was going to use specifically was for exercise. I recently had some time off from work. I live in Australia, so the holiday, they call them holiday benefits, is vacation. I'm an American, so I'll call it vacation. I had 2 weeks off for vacation. We get 4 altogether. So I had half my vacation. I've got another half coming in October, which is awesome. But my job is a physical job. It's a bit demanding. Requires a bit of aerobic activity to perform. And as you might imagine, 2 weeks of not doing that took a toll on me. And the job also involves getting up very early in the morning, most days. So after 2 weeks of not doing that, suddenly doing both those things again, I noticed the difference. And it's like anything. You're going to do some activities, physical activity. You need to stretch first. You need to warm up your muscles so that you don't hurt yourself, especially at my age. So for art, it's the same thing. And what I mean by warm-ups in this case for art is to just kind of get your hand moving, get your translations between your mind and your hand working properly so that you can think of something and then translate it to the paper. And I know a lot of people I've spoken to about art and art training and stuff like that have said that's the hardest part of art for them, is taking the image in their mind and putting it on the paper. And I'm not trying to say that by warming up, suddenly you get in this mode where everything translates directly. That's not how it works. What I'm trying to say is, if you try to tell your hand, make a line from here to here visually that I can see on the page, and you twitch or you have trouble dragging that physically, moving that because of the tiny little muscles you're trying to control in your hand, your coordination seems to be off. That's the kind of warm-up I'm talking about. And there are stretches you can do. You can look it up on YouTube. There's tons of stuff to avoid repetitive stress injury that you should probably be doing. Particularly to myself, I'm trying to say this as a general overall thing. I need to get back into doing warm-up drawings instead of just immediately jumping into drawing and hoping and expecting to have, something, or something as good as normal for me, which is not great, let's be honest, but still, I'm looking for a certain level of quality. And by doing a warm-up drawing and then ignoring the quality of that, I can achieve that much better. And that way I don't have to worry that I'm not performing well enough. I don't have to worry about not getting enough done. I don't have to worry about redrawing anything if I'm working on a project and some of the art comes out poorly. If I do warm-up first, I almost always have better results than when I don't. So, fairly short advice today. Here's my message to myself, future self. How's it going? You gonna go with that haircut, really? I don't know. I don't understand you. But besides that, don't forget to do your warm-up drawings because you need to. And it will help you avoid wasting time on drawings that are bad just to get to the part where you can do the quality that you're capable of. And that's pretty much it. It's a short one this week. Hopefully you guys get something out of that. And hopefully I do too, if I can just remember to listen to these later, which we both know that I will not. Thanks everyone for listening. I really appreciate you being here. Special thanks to all my patrons on Patreon. You guys get to hear and see these a week early, along with other benefits, and you are the shiniest people I know. Take care of each other. Do what you have to do to stay safe. Do your warm-up drawing, and I'll see you next time.